Welcome to today's Explainer. If you've been following the smart home space lately, you realize it's absolutely not just about novelty gadgets anymore. Today, we're looking at some truly cutting-edge trends. We're going to trace this massive evolution, from high-end interior design all the way down to the invisible software protocols and even local edge AI. The innovations happening right now are just genuinely fascinating. Okay, let's dive into this.
Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We're starting off with how design meets the smart home, then we'll check out the new Camera G350 and jump into the Matter and Thread revolution. After that, we're looking at the future with local edge AI and wrapping it all up with smart electricity and security.
All right, Section 1, Design meets Smart Home.
So recently, there was this conference called Smart Home Revolution in Design, organized by Mozbuild and Omnidome. And top interior designers there, folks like Diana Balashova, Sergei Truguvov, and Stepan Bugalaev, made a really interesting point. Historically, they kind of viewed smart home tech as just expensive and problematic. But that narrative is totally flipping. Their argument now is that when you curate a beautifully minimalist space, a modern interior, you simply cannot ruin those clean walls with 4 banks of confusing, ugly switches. It just doesn't work.
And this brilliantly illustrates the big shift we're seeing. Think about the old way. We were literally forced to memorize which of the 8 identical buttons turned on the reading light versus the overhead light. It was a total mess. The new way, it's just a single, simple voice command, or maybe a tap on a really sleek smart panel like the S1 Plus. This specific shift is exactly what takes the smart home from being just this geeky, niche hobby to a true mass market essential. It's about making our homes not just smarter, but genuinely more beautiful.
Moving on to Section 2, New Camera G350.
Of course, to make these seamless, beautiful setups actually possible, the hardware itself is taking a massive leap forward. Just look at the newly available Aqara Hub G350. This thing is a beast. It's actually the world's very first Matter certified camera. What does that mean for you? Well, adding it to your Matter ecosystem is now literally as easy as just scanning a barcode with your phone. But what's really wild to me is that we're finally hitting 4K resolution in smart cameras. And with Apple announcing that 4K support is coming to HomeKit, this setup, which has a wide and telephoto lens with 9x hybrid zoom, is completely future-proofed. Oh, and it records to the cloud, SD card, RTSP, NAS, and the whole shebang doubles as a built-in hub for Zigbee, Thread, and Matter. Just incredible.
Okay, Section 3, Matter and Thread revolution.
So let's look at the invisible software that's actually powering all this hardware. The Connectivity Standards Alliance just rolled out a massive update, Matter 1.6, and honestly, the biggest game changer here is a feature called Joint Fabric. If you've ever set up a smart home, you know that in the past, integrating devices across different platforms was just a massive headache. You're constantly renaming and reassigning things. Well, Joint Fabric ends that completely. Now, multiple controllers from completely different brands can manage a single, unified network. You add a smart bulb to one ecosystem, and boom, it instantly automatically syncs across all your other platforms perfectly. The ecosystem headache is officially over.
Matter 1.6 also solves this huge, real-world headache for professional installations, and they're doing it through NFC commissioning. Picture this: a house is under construction. In the old days, an electrician or installer had to create all these temporary accounts and then painfully transfer passwords and logins to the homeowner later. It was a nightmare. Now, the installer literally just taps their phone to the unpowered device using NFC to configure it right there during construction. Then, when the homeowner moves in, they effortlessly take over, plug in their own controller, and everything instantly syncs up. No messy account handovers required whatsoever.
And then there's Thread Direct, which is just a major leap forward. Before this, you always needed a border router, like one of those Aqara hubs, to talk to your battery-powered Thread devices. But now, if you have a smartphone with a built-in Thread radio, so we're talking an iPhone 15 or newer, or a recent Google Pixel, your phone connects straight to the device. You don't need the border router for that local connection. You can control your smart blinds directly from your phone while you're standing right there in the room. Now, to be clear, you definitely still need that border router for remote control when you leave the house. But for local control, things just got vastly simpler.
To support all these evolving standards, the underlying microchips are getting incredibly sophisticated. This is a huge step for backward compatibility. Philips and Silicon Labs have these new MG26 and SG31 chips, and they can actually run Zigbee and Thread simultaneously. It's amazing. You don't even have to choose between the standards anymore. Plus, they also use Bluetooth for instant commissioning. So the moment you power on a new device, it basically waves a little Bluetooth flag, and your phone proactively finds it. No more endlessly searching for devices in your app.
Next up, Section 4. The future. Local Edge AI.
As these unified networks get massive, we really have to look at how they are managed and made intelligent. At the recent Silicon Labs Unify conference, the heavy focus was all on Edge AI. If you think about it, right now, your smart speaker or thermostat sends your data up to a cloud server to figure out what to do. Edge AI flips that. It means the artificial intelligence lives locally, right there on your hardware, not in the cloud. So the crucial point is, we're looking at a very near future where these local devices will process 80 to 95% of your commands instantly and completely offline. Zero internet lag, zero waiting, and it optimizes energy use right there in your house without constantly phoning home to a server.
But of course, you might be wondering, can a massive localized network actually function reliably without the cloud? To prove it, Silicon Labs conducted this major stress test. They set up a single, stable thread network featuring exactly 200 devices. 200! And the best part? They didn't just do this in some sterile, perfectly clean lab. They set it up in a busy, real-world office environment, with heavy Wi-Fi and Bluetooth interference everywhere, basically simulating the absolute worst-case scenario for smart home tech.
The results of that stress test were frankly staggering. Even with 200 devices, adding a new one to the network took under 7 seconds, and it worked with 100% reliability every single time. And the average latency? We're talking an incredibly fast 91 milliseconds to send a command. 91 milliseconds! Now, sure, most of us probably don't have 200 smart devices in our homes quite yet, but to put that into perspective, it proves that the microchips being developed today are not going to buckle under the pressure. The future of massive, lightning-fast local networks is absolutely rock solid.
And finally, Section 5, Smart Electricity and Security.
Let's bring all this high-level futuristic tech back down to immediate practical applications in your house. Basic electrical infrastructure is getting a massive IQ boost right now. For example, Sonoff just released this new 32-amp DIN rail smart breaker, and it's designed to safely cut both the phase and neutral lines. What's really cool is that as these devices migrate to Matter and Thread, it opens up advanced remote load balancing. Imagine your system automatically balancing power between your heavy-hitting EV charger and your home appliances, all while giving you detailed energy tracking for every single thing plugged in. It's just a brilliant way to consume power more safely and consciously.
Moving to water security. Yandex and Neptune have teamed up on a brand new smart leak protection system. They've got base, optimal, and maximum kits with a mix of wired and wireless sensors plus Modbus meters. But honestly, the standout feature here is the built-in uninterruptible power supply, or UPS, right on the housing. Think about it. If a massive leak shorts out your home's power, this system still has the backup juice required to mechanically shut off those motorized water valves. It is an absolute lifesaver of a failsafe. Plus, it integrates directly over Wi-Fi with Yandex's Alice Assistant, and they're even letting older Tuya-based Neptune models migrate over to this new Yandex platform, which is a really nice touch for existing users.
Just a quick, practical note from our sources before we wrap things up today. If you're looking to upgrade your home security, there's actually a 50% off discount on installations for popular Aqara smart locks, like the A100, D100, N100, and D200i, running until July 31st. Also, if everything we've talked about today really inspires you, check out the Aqara Academy. They're running these asynchronous training courses on the GetCourse platform, complete with live monthly Q&As for aspiring smart home installers. So if you're thinking about starting a business in this field, it's a fantastic resource.
Wow, okay, we have covered an incredible amount of ground today, from top-tier designers finally embracing smart tech by hiding it behind minimalist walls, all the way to 200-device local networks reacting in literally milliseconds. The whole industry is aggressively moving away from those fragmented, cloud-dependent gadgets and heading straight toward a seamless, lightning-fast, localized ecosystem. So I want to leave you with this provocative thought. Are you ready for a truly unified home, run entirely by local edge AI rather than the cloud? Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer. I really hope this gave you a clear, exciting picture of the incredible technology heading straight for our homes. Catch you next time.